everyone, Cal LT with TourCraft. Today we're going to be showing you in our first debut of our Tiki 18. This is our 6-pack boat. We figured we'd go ahead and start here beached up. What we have done is outfitted all 3 of our holes underneath with keel guards. It's a thick rubber material to totally protect the fiberglass that's underneath. So if you're using this in your location, going to the beaches or going to the sandbars, you don't actually have to stay outside on the hook. You can just beach it right up. Before you hop on, I'm just going to point out the entire boat is wrapped around with the rubber. We also have a thick piece of composite material that's on both the port and starboard side as a built-in fender of sorts, just to better protect the fiberglass. So if we are out to anchor, we also have our simple swim ladder. This whole area that's up here in the bow is actually kept as just additional lift, giving us a little bit more freeboard while we're underway. This is also what we're going to use for the anchor locker storage, so nothing is taking away additional space for the guests. That's on the inside. As you're coming up this way, I'm just going to have you go ahead and point and face down. What we have is our retractable navigation lights. We've done this so that they're never going to be a tripping hazard. If you're using the front bow gate as your boarding area, pulling this is how it's lifted up for evening after dark navigation, and it pops right down into place so it's flush with the rest of the deck. We also have swing arm gates, both starboard and port side. And if you want to go ahead and sneak on in, I'll close this gate behind us. You can pause that one, I'll start fresh. So, now that we are on the inside of the vessel, just kind of want to point out a few features that we're proud of. All of the roof structure, all of this is done with thick piping, and everything has been powder coated. So everything is protected. You're not going to have to worry about any rust. You're not going to have to do any touch up. All of the top part of our bar area, what may look like real wood, is actually an inlay of just a felt material, all covered and protected with a hard fiberglass and resin material to give it that clear coat. Built into the bar, we have 6 cup holders around the side for guests. We have an extra one up in the helm station for the captain. If you'll just back up a little bit, I'll swing on in here to the inside of the bar area and show you our helm. Inside of the helm, there is plenty of storage. This will be used predominantly for the captain's needs, whether that's registration, paperwork, extra life jackets, anything they may need, but it's also plenty of additional space for all of the guests' backpacks versus coats if you're running in the winter time. So if you'll step on up, you can take a peek at our super functional but simplistic layout for the helm. Throttle control is on your right, powered with a 90 horsepower Suzuki that's out back. Kill switch, key lanyard. We have a full display for Suzuki. From this, you can get your tachometer, you can get speed, you can get fuel burn and consumption. You can also get your trim tab reading. On our left-hand side, 4 switches, 4 functions. Our horn. We also have our accessory switch, which is used to turn on our 1200 watt fully Bluetooth sound system. Our water pump is what's attached to our little treat out back that I'll show you in just a moment. And then our nav lights are all in one. We have a center mounted top stern line. And then as we showed you earlier, we have the flush mounted that pops up for your front navigation lights. The rest of the inside bar area is kept simple. We want to be able to maximize storage. There's always things that are coming on board, whether what we need, if they're rafts, if they're pumps, if they're more water toys. Our battery case is fully enclosed, a simple on-off kill switch. You never have to worry about killing your battery, and you turn it off every evening. Couple last things I didn't point out. We do have full LED lighting. All of this is LED strips that is upward facing on the inside of the roof structure so that you get plenty of illumination, but you don't get any blinding aspect to the captain during navigation. The C-Star hydraulic driving system is on a full tilt, so depending on if you are a stand-up while driving captain or you do decide to utilize the stool that's down below, adjust it to the height needed. Pardon our mess, the boat is ready for shipping. We just finished our sea trial, which was a huge success. We had some larger gentlemen out with us today purposely. We had 1,600 pounds of weight, and that's excluding the extra 25 gallons of fuel. That was only half of our capacity, as the boat can hold 50 gallons on just our little 18-footer. We do have a 12-foot beam. So we do have all of our mesh, everything that we use just to keep the roof safe, and it's all tied down. So pardon the strings as we're finishing the walkthrough. Our surprise that's out back, one of two. We have decided that with all the extra space that we had, we'd go ahead and hook up a slide. You don't ever have to worry about the fiberglass rug burn because we have it hooked up to a sump pump, pulling fresh water from down below and making sure that there's always water on top of the slide. So we had gone over and shown you our additional little swim ladder that's up in the front. That can also be used for guests when you're at the sandbars if there's a little bit more of a gap, and some guests would just be more comfortable having an extra step before getting on top of the deck. We also have our large oversized ladder that drops almost 3 feet into the water. So for any of the guests that decide they're going to use the slide or they're going to be jumping in the water, this folds down and drops in about 3 feet. So it's super easy to climb back onto the vessel. Now for our last and final piece on our aft port side, this is our pop-up head. As you can see, we also did a finishing touch. Instead of just keeping bare fiberglass that had the powder-coated paint on it, we did a big cushion. Not to be used while underway, just for safety. The handrails aren't brought up enough to be here, but while you're at anchor, or while you're at the sandbars, to be able to pop up here to watch everyone that's swimming, it's a great kind of lifeguard lookout area to make sure that all your guests are safe, for your captain to be up here. Probably a great little sunbathing and tanning area while you're outside and it's a beautiful day, but let me go ahead and just show you how simple it is. So all you gotta do is lift up from the bottom, rubber latch. Right now, we have some of our extra Type 1 PFDs inside, but it's totally private, right? It's a zip down from up top. You can go in, you can enclose yourself, and then you would do, it's up to you, but we recommend doing at least a 3-gallon, probably a 5-gallon, one of the small, just RV portable tanks. That way you don't have to worry about a big oversized black water tank. There's not extra plumbing, there's not the storage on board, additional electricity, and you can just take it, go, dump out, or use the pump out system. Goes right back down into place. We wanted to make sure that we were capturing the full Tiki vibe, if you will. The entire roof structure, well, it may look like palm fronds, is all artificial. This is all plastic, it's all composite material. You're not gonna have to worry about bugs getting in it or any type of mess. It's never gonna rot or decay or go bad. We also wanted that same finishing touch, just like we were talking about with that inlay of the felt material that's on top of the bar. Everything that's on the side with the artificial looking bamboo, and we have all of the braided material. Again, it's plastic, but it's designed to look like wood and to look authentic. Let's go ahead and we'll just start it up. We're gonna pull out of the beach. Back.